Alright, for the gameplay, guys, I'm actually going to be giving you guys a live breakdown. So, this is a online ranked head-to-head match. Again, I don't play ranked head-to-head usually, so again, I'm not going to be ranked too high. But again, this is for a beginner's manual. I want to show, beginner's level gameplay. Again, most of the gameplays I would have are, higher level gameplay. Oh, this guy's actually in gun bunch, so we might actually have a solid player here. And the pro scene, on the pro scene, most players run gun bunch. That is the most common formation. So this might end up being a tough game. So let's see. Coming out here again, this video is really going to kind of entail everything from the sections leading up. It's kind of a way to recap and just so you guys can hear my thought process throughout the game, because I know sometimes just from tutorials, they're not always maximum. You're not always going to understand it the first time around, so it's better to see it in an actual game sometimes. So again, coming out in bunch here. Again, we're just going to start out and keep it simple. And again, this is kind of beyond the scope of this course. When you're coming out on defense, try to keep it simple to start out, and try to utilize the best meta defenses that you know of, or utilize your best defenses and see if they can beat it. Don't change it up if they can't beat something. Let me call timeout here. Oh, he actually paused. Again, let me show you guys the zone drops. I think, and as we were talking about, some of the best meta defenses to start out include the double maple, which we talked about. And I have my flats on 25 here. I'm gonna change them after this. Get the 5 rare purples as well. But this is a good tactic to start off on defense, because a lot of people they like to attack deep with their crossers and corner routes. So it's good to kind of start off with the flats on 25 and purples on 5, just to see if they can beat this defense. Because again, this is one of the best defenses in the game, since we can cover deep and we can cover short at the same time. So again, utilize some basic run defense here, like I showed you guys in the guide. Again, got the purple to the strong side, spy in the back side. And again, if that was zone, that outside corner would have shot backwards. But again, since we had him in man coverage, he pursued really well, and he was able to get around the edge there. And again, the way we set it up, everybody was pursuing the ball carrier, because we had that purple on the strong side. Our guy on the outside of man coverage, he was man up to the tight end, so he came down and played it really well. And we had the spy on the backside. Again, here going against trips. Again, when we're playing versus trips, we got to defend. What's their best plays? And usually it's the deep crossing route. And again, this is obviously, this course isn't focused on the user, but again, for more focus on the user, again, we do have a maximizing user defender session. For the basics. So always blitz your user, especially on Madden 21, because you are going to get those quicker cuts on defense. So here on offense, let's take a look at his coverages pre-snap. Let's do our coverages pre. So we see 2 high safety. So again, I'm assuming cover 2 here. I think this is going to be cover 2 or cover 4 here. So we'll start off with a little, and that was a good user by him. So again, post snap, we read it as I took a picture in my head afterwards. Again, of course we have previous play on, but and again, this is what I mean sometimes when you play online. You can still run 2 high safety and being cover 3. Some people know how to disguise it, but again, we learned that from last time he was in that he was in a cover 3 shell. So again, versus cover 3, we're going to look to attack the silence, and we're going to kind of assume here that he's running the same defense again. And actually he's not. He went to cover 2, so that, again, that's why we make our reads post snap. So again, I looked at the outside corner there, and I saw that he was in a soft squat, and like we talked about in the beating cover 2 video, how the deep outside and the deep middle is vulnerable, and that we can fit in those outside fades, and that's what we did there. And again, we kind of had to abandon. Again, a little small tip here is versus 4 down linemen, draws can be really effective, but also another thing when we get into the red zone, spaces get tight down here, so again, it's best to kind of run the ball when you get down here, see if they can stop the run first, and again, keep it simple. It's really difficult to pass the ball effectively for anyone down the red zone, no matter what level you are, because the spaces are so condensed. And this is why there's such a big emphasis on the post snap read. So last drive, that guy did a really good job disguising his coverages pre-snap, so it was hard to get a read pre-snap of what he was doing, so a lot of the reads came pre-snap, and you guys will notice that when you're playing better players, that they will be able to disguise their coverages pre-snap. So again, here we're going with the double maple look. Again, he had that deep corner on the field, but we had the 25-yard flat. Again, when you're playing these games versus random online players, again, most people are going to look for the big play, and we're taking the big play away when we put our coaching adjustment zone drop flats on the 25. And we're not going to be getting beat underneath because, again, we have purples on the same side as well. So again, I'm not going to change it up until this guy beats it. He has to show me that he's capable of beating this. Again, keep it simple on defense. See if they can beat the best stuff before you really start mixing it up. And again, there we see that this guy is having, trouble with this defense here. So again, there's no need for us to switch it up right here. He's gonna have to show us that he can beat it. And see, he's already out of here. So again, this is live. So I'm gonna search for another game right now. And hopefully we can get, close to a full game in, or just about a full game. And I'm going to be using I use the Packers because of an ability called Gunslinger. So superstar abilities are a key part of Madden now. It's not just about the ratings. So you want to be paying attention to what abilities you are using as well, and it's kind of going to vary on Madden to Madden. But I really like the Gunslinger ability a lot, and a lot of the pros use Gunslinger because it speeds up the throwing animations of your quarterback. Because if you don't use Gunslinger, the quarterbacks throw the ball really, really slow. Or what they did at the start of Madden 21, they really slowed down the quarterback throwing animation. So again, a lot of pro players believe, and I believe, that Gunslinger is really a necessity to pass the ball consistently, because if you don't have it, it's like the quarterbacks are just throwing ducks when you're throwing the ball past 10 yards. So again, that's why I really like the Packers. And also, obviously, they have Devontae Adams, top 3 receiver, as well as other good targets and a solid defense. Yeah, we're just going to take the ball here to make sure we get it to a hash. And as I mentioned, I believe this was in the free preview, that you want to get to a hash, just so plays are more effective when you're on a hash, Oh, and I am not in the right playbook. That is a bummer, but that's okay. We will work in the gun bunch. And if you guys saw the coaching adjustments, I put my ball carrier on conservative just so I do not fumble. So right here, we're seeing pre-snap. This guy is telling me that he's in cover 3 because we see the single high safety. So this is an obvious cover 3 tell. Either that or it's cover 1. So again, we're going to go to a corner route here. Again, we want to attack the silencer as cover 3, and this is indeed cover 3. And again, we had our A receiver there, but he was able to send me beforehand. But you guys kind of see that we want to take advantage here of the single high safety look because we know it's going to be cover 3 here. It could be cover 2 or cover 4 based off of our general rules of if they have a too high safety. So again, for something like this, let me call it timeout. Again, I'm not in my usual playbook here, but in gun bunch, we can still kind of attack. We can still attack the silencer again until he kind of shows us that he's going to dedicate an extra defender towards the sideline. So again, to start off the game, I like attacking the sidelines because most people aren't going to double flat. And as you see right there, the guy. So again, we had a flood concept, and as you saw, I was covered 4 quarters. So again, we kind of knew it would be a cover 2 or cover 4 pre-snap. Again, this guy's telling us pre-snap again that it is cover 3. So again, we're going to use a corner out here to attack the sideline. Again, just a little flood concept, man. The sidelines are going to be your best friends, guys. I promise you. And this guy's on his D-line, so we don't even have to worry about a user over the middle of the field. Again, we can really work these sidelines until he shows us that, he's willing to put an extra sideline defender over there. And again, we can see pre-snap again. We see the 2 outside corners, and there's only a single high safety here. So again, most likely you're going to be cover 3 or cover 1 hole. And again, it's cover 3 again. One thing I'll tell you guys right here is do not force the ball. Again, I really didn't have anything there, and that's okay, man. We live to fight another down. Live to fight another down. Don't be greedy. Throw the ball away. Get out of bounds. Do not be greedy. And again, we're gonna go to a really good play here called Z spot. And again, last time he ran this too high look, remembered he was in cover 4, so we can kind of attack underneath here, or again we can attack. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Again, we can attack the sidelines here because we know that there's going to be that one single side defender, or that one what's it called? One defender dedicated towards guarding the sidelines. So again, here this guy's mixing it up. So when he's giving us that too high look, like I said, this guy's kind of, buying into our, pre-snap rules of too high. So it's either going to be cover 4 or cover 2. Again, at some point in this game, we can potentially take a shot versus this too high look because, again, cover 2 is going to be really weak deep. Again, but he's back to cover 3 here. So again, sidelines are going to be our best friends, especially versus cover 3. But again, the sidelines can be your best friends versus any coverage. So again, just a simple flood concept. So again, we're taking advantage of the fact that he only has one defender dedicated towards the sideline. So, and we're not going to get cute here, guys. This is key in competitive Madden. Do not get too cute. Don't start, going off on a tangent. Just start calling other plays for no reason. Make him prove that he can stop your best play. And again, here he showed us this cover. He showed us this the single high safety look. So again, it's either going to be cover 3 or cover 1, or in cover 1, aka man coverage. So again, here we see that he's having trouble stopping this play, so we're not going to go away from it. Don't try to get too cute. Make them prove that they can stop your best 2 or 3 plays. And again, this is our base play what we call our base play, because this base play is going to be good versus man coverage. It's going to be good versus cover 2, cover 3, cover 4. And again, this is why it's our base play. And again, remember, our base play is our money play. And it's called a money play because, again, it beats the man coverage, as you saw, because that corner route gets a little speed burst versus man. So it beats man. That corner route's going to get open versus cover 2. When we have a pull route on the field, remember those pull routes to push back the deep blues. When we have that pull route on the field and the corner route, it's going to be cover 3. Also, it's going to be cover 4 with the pull route. So, again, guys, we're just bringing everything in together here. So, everything that we learned from the course into one game now. So, again, all this is going to come back around, utilizing the pull routes, reading the defenses pre-snap, reading the defenses post-snap, and then just knowing how to attack these basic coverages and really working off of our base plays. Again, you want to have 3 good base plays or money plays and make them prove that they can stop it. Make them prove that they can stop your best plays. Don't change it up just to change it up. Only change it up if they're giving your base plays trouble. And this guy hasn't shown that he's able to stop my base plays. And again, I'm going to run the defense that I showed you guys. Remember, man coverage, purple to the strong side, spine the back side. Again, we have everybody pursuing the run. Again, we have that purple on the strong side, who's going to contain the outside. We have that spine the back side for support as well. And again, we're going to come out. We're going to utilize our zone drops. Again, have those. One of our base plays on defense is going to be what we called in this course maple, because again, we don't just want to. Most people on these online games, they just want to hit you with a big play, and that was a good check down there by this guy. It's a really good patient read. But again, most people want to come out and just hit the big play. They want to hit the big crosser. They want to hit the big corner out. So make them work the underneath game. So here, single back wide trips. Again, stick to our base play. See if you can consistently beat this defense before we switch it up. Again, this is a bad read by this guy. And that crosser was going to be guarded anyways because we had our flats on 25. So I kind of knew I just needed to defend that in right over the middle of the field. And he really didn't have anything else open. And, that's something we go over a lot more in maximizing the user defender is, how to develop these plans with the user pre-snap so you can be in the best positions possible. So, again, this guy is showing us this cover 2 look again. So I'm gonna try to hit him with a little cover 2 beater. Or this too high look. He's ran cover 4 when we checked the post snap before, and he's ran cover 2 when we checked it pre-snap before, or post snap. So let's see. It's cover 2 here. And again, all we're doing here, guys, is we sent someone down the seam, and then we had an outside vertical route as well. So again, we're utilizing a 2v1 matchup. We're taking that free safety and saying, hey, we're gonna run 2 receivers in your area. Pick your poison. Again, we're just utilizing a 2v1 matchup, just basic math here. So again, let's see if he goes cover 2 again here. Actually, we'll go to this. And he does indeed. Nope. So we went with a little cover 3 cloud. So cover 3 cloud, it has cover 2 on one side, but it's a cover 3 on the other side. So what we can do to this is, again, go back to our this guy is well, what we know is he's not dedicating 2 defenders to the sideline. So we can go back to attacking the sideline here. And again, we're going to utilize our pull route to back up, to push back the and we have the corner route there. Again, we were utilizing that pull route to back off the deep blues, push them back. And again, this guy only has 1 sideline defender. So And we had the corner route there, and again, the sideline defender decided to go down, and again, we have it again. Again, just a inaccurate throw there from Rodgers, so we would decide to punt this away. But again, we do have that route. Again, he only has that one sideline defender, and the sideline defender, again, he has to pick his poison because we're utilizing a 2v1 matchup. And the sideline defender he has a hard flat, so obviously he's going to come down and play the out route, and it's going to leave the intermediate sideline open. So again, that's why we attack the defense at different depths on the sideline. So he has to really make a decision, and once he makes a decision towards the low route or the medium or high route, and then we just pick the other route. Again, we're going to go back to our base plan defense, the double maple, utilizing the zone drops, the 25-yard flats, the 5-yard purples. In these trips formations, crossers are really popular, so the flat should take that away, or the 25-yard flat will take that away. And right here, again, we just know that we didn't run with the crosser there because we had those 25-yard flats in the field, so I kind of knew I could kind of come down low on the in route. Again, I go into much more depth than that in the maximizing the user defender section. Definitely highly recommend it because with a good user, you don't even have to make the best adjustments sometimes. You can really take away a lot of the field and force a lot of turnovers that'll win you games without even having to make the best coverage adjustments. So, and again, we got some secret tips in there and well thought out plans for really taking your user to that next level. So again, here last time he was in this 2-high look, he ran a cover 3 cloud. So again, we're gonna go right back to attacking the sideline. So go right back to one of our main plays, and I can't call a timeout here. Came on the wrong play, but again, let's go back to attacking the sidelines. I feel like he's not gonna go back to the cover 2 because again, we hit him deep with our cover 2 beater. So he's been showing us again. Last time he's been showing us this cover 3 cloud type of look. And again, that's basically cover 2 on one side, cover 3 on the other. And we're just going to use our flood concept or attack that single sideline defender. And again, we're going to utilize our pull route to back off the deep blues. Again, you see our deep route. You see what the pull route did there. The pull route or our streak, make sure to get those in your game. He pushed back that deep blue, and that opened up the corner route for us. And again, because this guy is only utilizing one sideline defender. And then we push back his only deep blue with the streak. And here in the red zone, guys, it's tough. But it looks like here it's going to be a man blitz. A little tell for man blitz is the safeties, they come down a little bit lower than normal coverages. It might just be because this is the red zone. But I really think this is going to be man coverage here. Because, again, the safeties are dropping really low. And it is indeed man coverage. So, again, we hit him with a little slant, which are really effective versus man coverage. Throw it to our best receiver, Devontae Adams in the slant. Again, I didn't include that. I might update this, but again, just to re-emphasize, a man blitz tell is when those safeties are dropping a lot lower than usual, then on other coverages, that's usually a tell that it's man blitz. All right, so up 14-0 here. Again, let's stick to what's been working for us. No need to switch it up. This guy has to show that he is capable of beating, the defense, our base play on defense. And until he does that, we're not going to really. Oh, and this guy's going to go to goal line. Okay, so let's bring out our run defense, our basic run defense that we had in the guide. So again, we're going to have the spy. This guy really came out on goal line. But all right, so we're going to use the spies to, pursue in the run game because again, the deep blues don't always do a great job of that. And here, he's kind of killing us with this power O. Oh, okay, now he gets out of it. Okay, interesting. Well, okay, let's go back to the double flats. Yeah, we were having success with this when he was passing. And if you guys see that DT lighting up, that's an ability called Inside Stuff. So you definitely want to check out a lot of these abilities. There's an ability sections at the main menu, I believe. But Kenny Clark's ability is called Inside Stuff, which is basically, you get enhanced block jets versus the run. And here, this guy's in 5 wide. I remember telling you guys that, versus 5 wide, what sucks about it is that it can be blitzed. So that's what we're going to do here is blitz it. Because he doesn't have anyone in the backfield here. So we're going to kind of gas this up and see how he does versus it. And if he does well versus it, we'll go back to our base play or the and right here, see, just kind of threw it right at me. A lot of times when you're playing these online games, these guys aren't gonna make the best reads, and he's out of there. But again, kind of just a recap, guys. Or no, he's not out of here. Okay, he's out of here. But, kind of just to recap, stick to your base plays, stick to what's working, and then if it's not working, then that's when you switch it up. But again, make sure you have 3 good base plays on offense and defense, know what's effective. And again, remember, the silents are your best friends, for really any coverage. So again, utilize those flood concepts, utilize those pull routes to pull back the defense. And also remember to always read the defense pre-snap, see what information you can get. But again, reading the defense pre-snap is not the end-all be-all. Always remember to read the defense post-snap as well, because again, sometimes you can disguise it really well pre-snap, and that's not going to tell you the full story. But the full story will be told once the ball is snapped and you read the coverage post-snap, and then you can kind of see, okay, man, this guy's running cover 3, let me attack the silence. Or, this guy, remember when we went one time, we saw post snap, he's running cover 2, it's like, okay, let's remember to maybe have like cover 2 beater up our sleeves. So, but again, this was really the introductory course. So again, we kind of briefly covered the fundamentals and aspects of the game that are essential to every single Madden. Again, not your traditional ebook, not your run this money play, run that money play. It was more something that applies to every Madden, and skills that are just so fundamental that they need to be taught before you start jumping into these higher level ebooks. So, but again, if you guys want more information, we touched on the user defender a little bit, on really maximizing your user defender. Highly recommend checking out that course, as having a great user, and it's really simple too. We have a simple plan to greatly elevating your user, with some tips on even running faster with your user. So we get into much more detail in that course. And then we have the route combo development course, which I would highly recommend. It'll build on a lot from this course. So again, this course was like the prerequisite, and then we got the pocket presence course, and again, that's just such a fundamental skill. It's something that you should learn really before anything. So that's definitely something you want to check out, because everything I told you in this beginner's manual isn't going to matter if you're just dropping back every single play, just dropping back. You're going to get insta shedded. It's going to get easy to scream at. You're going to get frustrated. You're not going to want to play the game. So again, we're going to alleviate those frustrations and the pocket presence course, and really show you guys how to buy more time in the pocket. So and that will really flow well with everything you learned here. So again, and the pocket presence course will be $20, and again, a skill that applies to every single Madden. Again, a lot of times with these ebooks, again, they last three months. Invest in something that brings you short-term and long-term value. Also, if you want to get the whole Madden training camp, again, which is all these courses combined, Again, that's also a phenomenal option, and just a great long term investment and short term investment, because again you're gonna learn skills that you need right now and skills that apply to every single man. So that's what's so different and great about these courses, and that I'm proud of to have built, because just from working with so many people is I know that people need these fundamental skills. They don't you know you guys are smart. You don't just want freaking money plays just thrown at you and like, okay, yeah, do this, do that. Man, yeah, other sides they just teach you how to be robots, man. Like I want you guys to be independent players and be able to think on your own and develop your own scheme. So that's really the whole goal of all of these, the beginner's manual and all the courses beyond this is you're gonna be able to think for yourself and you're gonna be able to create your own meta. So that's really my goal, and it's something that I, from working with a lot of people, something that I know they really needed. So, but again, guys, though, I really appreciate everybody for purchasing the beginner's manual. I hope to see you guys in other courses, and always I'm here for support. And if you got any questions, always feel free to hit me up on the site, on Twitter, anything like that. Email me. uh, I'm always open to questions. This is a it's a process, man. You're not just you know, for some people, you're not just gonna get this overnight. For a lot of people, you're not gonna get this overnight. It's gonna be a process. You're gonna have questions. You're gonna run into problems. So again, I'm always open to help. I'm here for you guys, whatever you need. So, anyways, guys, thank you again. Again, I hope to see you in other courses.